Yeah, I'm Peter. Um, I've been suffering from ME as I only learned after about 10 years of having my life destroyed by it. Uh, 40 years ago, when I was in my mid 20s, um, like Nicola, um, sorry, I've been institutionalized on three separate occasions during those 40 years, simply because of a reluctance of medical professionals to accept there was anything remotely wrong with me, and my refusal to accept that. So that was, I won't say an interesting experience, but just a reflection of the way that people are dismissed and treated who are suffering from this life destroying condition. Um, I have to say that I can only communicate in this way at the moment because I uh, have enjoyed a wonderful period of remission for about the last year or so. But I'm not tempting fate by talking about it. I'm going to touch every piece of wood that's nearby because I know I could wake up tomorrow and things could be back to square one. I just wanted to share with you a couple of emails that I've sent recently in one case and then less recently in the other, which one of them was to Dr. Alistair Miller, who has been one of the principal obstructive forces in delaying the publication of the NICE guidelines. So if I can just share with you what I sent to him. Dear Dr. Miller, could I please make clear, as a sufferer from chronic ME for 40 years, my intense disappointment over the delay in publication of NICE guidelines as a consequence of objections from certain vested interests within the medical profession. How anyone in their right mind could believe for one solitary second that CBT and GET have, and these are his words, served ME patients well is completely beyond my comprehension and is disingenuous in the extreme. I would also add that anyone who has had their symptoms alleviated by these entirely discredited treatments is categorically not suffering from ME. You say that without CBT and GET, we have nothing. Well, as someone who's had their life destroyed by this unquestionably physical illness, then all I can say is that the complete non efficacy of these so called treatments determines that we do indeed have nothing. And then I just refer him to an email which I sent after a consultation with the ME specialist at the Queen's Hospital in Romford, Dr. Chowdhury. And I have no particular axe to grind with Dr. Chowdhury, but this was my experience. Um, if you bear with me just a moment. Um, can I just start by saying how much I respect and appreciate your own and Dr. Chowdhury's well-meaning and well-intentioned endeavours on my behalf as an ME sufferer. I must, however, also say that I have strong reservations when so-called treatments such as CBT and GET are introduced and proposed as a suitable course to follow. I say this as someone who has endured this life-destroying condition for more than 40 years and knows empirically and without any doubt whatsoever that it is 100% physical and demands to be approached and addressed as such. To be told or read, in my case, that the condition, ME, has its roots in unhealthy, subconscious, emotional, and spiritual patterns and habits, and that this can lead to a susceptibility to illness, is at best unproven conjecture, and at worst insulting in the extreme to those individuals made vulnerable, fragile, and worn down by a relentless and unforgiving condition. I just then go on to mention the Decode ME DNA study, which I've signed up for. So basically, I just thank him for uh, their efforts on my behalf, and I hope that they understood my frustrations. But as I say, it was just something that I wanted to share with you all, and I'm sure that you can relate to those frustrations.
Did they respond?
Not really. I certainly didn't get a response from Dr. Alistair Miller, and I got an acknowledgement from Dr. Chowdhury's assistant, but no sort of nothing more than that, which is entirely predictable, Steve.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just sparked a memory in me and well done for emailing, by the way, because I spoke to Simon Wesley years ago via email, but I did it in the capacity of a journalist. And interestingly, as a journalist, he was straight on the computer replying to me, but can't be bothered these people to get that patience. So thank you very much.